Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. Hope everybody's doing good this morning. I'm feeling much better than I did right after having my teeth pulled yesterday. I want y'all, before they take off, I want to show you the peanut gallery this morning. For one thing, it starts down here. There's like 1, 2, 3, 11 doves right there, and I don't know how many's over here. These are a bunch of starlings, I think. But over here, we got all these down through here. Waiting for chow time. Some of them will end up coming down here probably. Some of the starlings. The doves won't. But, let's see if I can move that. Things went well, except, well, no, I don't know if I want to say they went well is that it's over with, but they ended up having to surgically remove 2 of them. I mentioned a little bit of this earlier in the devotions, but my teeth were so corroded, or not corroded, damaged or whatever, at the bottom, at the gum line, that 3 out of 4, when she tried to pull them, she just broke the tooth right off. And when it gets like that, you can't get anything around it to pull it. You have to surgically remove it, which means they had to cut the bone on both sides of 2 of them. I've never had that happen where I could tell what they were doing. I've had teeth surgically removed. I did in February, I think it was, when I had 2 pulled at another dentist, and they didn't do the things that they had to do yesterday with these. So my jaw, especially last night, my jaw and my mouth in general, and my throat. I had a really bad sore throat, and it still hurts when I swallow, but it's not nothing like it was yesterday. The swelling's come down some. Let me see if I can get a shot. I don't know if y'all can tell. If you can see, I can feel it. It's still swollen over here, but my beard makes it hard to tell. But overnight I kept waking up about every hour, which I'm glad I did, because I was still bleeding and stuff. And I had to take care of that and give me some tissue and stuff. But this morning, the only thing I noticed this morning, and I don't know if this is from laying down overnight, horizontal instead of upright, but underneath my tongue is swollen on the bottom of my mouth, under your tongue. And it's like, it's pretty swollen, and it just feels like water, inside of fluid. So that's weird. I've never had that happen before either. So she said it was a very, rough case for her to get them out. I don't know why they were so stubborn, except for the fact that they broke off, That just goes to show I did the right thing. The next thing would have been, abscesses. And I've had, 2 abscessed at one time before, and it poisoned me. The dentist said, you're swallowing that stuff, and it poisoned me. And I got really, real bad sick. But she gave me some antibiotics and something for pain. But, it'll start feeling better on its own, slowly. I'm just so happy that the worst of all this is over. I don't want to have anything else done surgically. My teeth the ones that's left, should be okay. They're mainly the front ones on upper and lower, but I'm going to have I don't know if I've already run out of money with my insurance. I'll have to get back with them sometime on that before the end of the year. But I'm going to have an upper and lower partials made so I can chew. I have to be able to chew my food good with my problems. And that's pretty hard to do with your front teeth. I did have some soup last night, and later on, I was only able to eat like the broth because it hurt to chew anything, to try to even chew. So I had like potato soup, and I didn't eat the bigger chunks of potatoes in it. And later on, I was still hungry because I didn't eat much all day because I was kind of nervous, you know. Later on, Joy fixed me some cream of wheat. And I've always been able to eat that, y'all. If you have stomach issues and you've never tried cream of wheat, you know, you ought to give it a try and see how it does for you. But that's one thing there's several things I've always been able to eat. And one of them's cream of wheat. The other is mashed potatoes. The third one is rice. And the fourth one is mashed potatoes. Bananas, y'all. Yep. I wish we had some things like some pudding or Jello. I might be able to find some Jello in there we could fix. So one time, I think, you know, I was in the hospital, and I was in there. They had me on a liquid diet for 16 days. 16 days. And every other commercial on the TV in the room was a Big Mac or a Whopper. You know what I mean? I said, I wish they had a way to screen them out when you're in there like that. But yeah, they would bring me, like Jello, broth, broth like chicken or beef broth or popsicles, just the ones like a cherry or grape or something. Jello, of course. I think I might have said that. And I think they did some pudding too or something. But that was every day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hey, sometimes I switched it around a little bit and I liked the chicken broth best. Sometimes I'd get the beef, and if I really was, wanting something exotic, I had the vegetable broth, which was horrible. Oh, good times. I'm glad all that's behind me too. I think it's bad now. What I've been through is a lot of it's way worse than this. Way worse. Hearing a funny sound of a bird, but I don't see it. It's in this magnolia tree over here. Let's look at the sky this morning, y'all. I'm surprised none of these birds have been down here, but they're doves mostly. That shows how many of them there are, y'all. I count 27 of them, and there's some more down there, so that's even more, I think. But the sky, it doesn't look crazy this morning, but if y'all like wild looking skies, you ought to tune in yesterday's. That was something else. It's looking pretty calm this morning. A few clouds. They're moving though. I can see them moving. That one down there, I don't know what it looks like. It looks like something. Looks like a cat with some shaving cream on its head, laying down. What do y'all think? If you can see it above that house straight ahead. That looks like Kitty. It's got into some shaving cream and it's on the top of her head and she's laying down. Yep. Y'all ever do that? Look for shapes in the clouds? I hope you can see that to where you can see what I'm thinking it looks like. It's changing a little bit. I think now it's moving a little. Okay, let's see. I went and looked at Miss Stump Flower in the Stump Flower community out there. And those little buds, it's all over that crazy looking. I looked all over and I couldn't find out what that plant is. I hope somebody can tell. It's got the little buds on the end of it all over. It looks like a Christmas tree, but they're not. They don't look like they're ready to open up yet. I can't wait. I'll definitely take y'all down there and show you, and I'll take some pictures too. That has done so good. I'm definitely going to plant more wildflowers next year, and I'm going to save a bunch of the dead flowers and let them dry out real good. And I'm just going to, like crunch them up and mix them all together and put them out there. I'll still buy some seed. I got those seeds from Dollar Tree, y'all. There's a box. It was in a little box. It looked like one of those little puzzle boxes, the little bitty ones. That's about what it looked like, and it said it had 5,000 seeds in it, but of course, I didn't get 5,000 flowers. But it's mixed in with some kind of stuff to where you can just, it has a little opening on the end, like a spout you pull out like you would for something, kitty food or whatever. But, and then you shake it up before you open it, and then you sprinkle it. You just sprinkle it around. But I'm definitely going to try to use seeds from these out here if possible. And I'm definitely going to get seeds off of this tree that looks so cool. I want more of those next year, for sure. That sounds like a squirrel. Mama probably left the nest and it's hungry. It's calling for its mama. I think I'm going to have to find me an SD card for this phone so I have more storage, memory and stuff. Because sometimes you make a video and you don't plan to use it till a certain time, or if I was to do something ahead, if I was having something done, like I might do the devotions ahead, or store it. And if you store something, then you go to make another video that you want to put out right away, it'll stop it. It'll just stop. If y'all have seen my videos that just stop all of a sudden, like yesterday when I was showing meditation, it just quit, because I ran out of, storage room for it. That wouldn't happen if I had an SD card. If I understand everything right. I'm still learning. Slow but sure. I appreciate all the great comments and prayers yesterday. Yeah, I was a nervous wreck, I'll admit. And I'll tell you what, once I was in there, it seemed like some of it just really, if you have a phobia of something and it's happening, you're still, I don't care what's going on. I prayed, I don't know how many times during this to myself. and it helped. You know, that's one thing I try to do. If you don't, then you're letting the devil get his foot in the door to cause you more tension and anxiety. I really, with what all that happened, you know, the difficulties they had, I really would have flipped out bad normally. They would have had to quit for a while, or I don't know what, you know, till I calmed down. But I just stuck with it, you know. It was hurting. She kept telling me, raise my arm if it hurt. Raise my arm if it hurt. Well, it all hurt. You know, I don't care how much you pump that stuff in my Novocaine or whatever. It was still hurting. Normally now, if y'all are having any teeth pulled, I don't want to make you feel bad. Normally, if you have fairly healthy teeth, you know, mine were bad, you're not going to have any problems like that. It's not going to be that bad. I promise you. I've had other teeth pulled that was like, I was like, did you pull it? And they're like, yeah, it's gone, you know. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know. So mine was a different case and different situations and things, you know, that was wrong with my teeth that caused that to happen, which were ultimately, a lot of it was my fault anyway, except for the medicines I take, and my mouth is so dry. If y'all see me having to drink water when I do videos inside, it's because my mouth gets so dry. And dry mouth, y'all, will cause, the dentist told me, it will cause all this deterioration and stuff. I've tried that biotin stuff, but I don't know, I can't. It kind of works, but it's slimy to me, like, or something. I don't like it. But all my front teeth seem to be in fairly good shape. She filled one, no, she filled a couple of them, actually. 3 or 4. And then she had to smooth them out some yesterday that I thought was, that she didn't get, was really rough areas where she had filled them and she didn't have it all smoothed out. That's what she said anyway, so she fixed that. But I have a feeling that we've run out of or I've run out of my limit on my insurance because they didn't mention the partials yesterday, but I was in no shape to even talk about it when I left there. A lot of y'all enjoyed the ride with me yesterday. I'm going to try to do more of those. And a long time ago, well, it's been early summer, I did one joint. I went up here to this park that's right over the hill here, basically. It's past that. If I do another one, I'll let you see. Y'all all see this church back in the background here all the time. That's a church back there. And on the other side of that church is a park. And it's very nice. And they've got this huge wooden Indian sculpture up there, and things about, I think we got a sister city or something like that. They've got like a iron sculpture or whatever of it. There's a hummingbird, y'all. It just drove. It just drove. It just flew right past us, y'all. I hope that y'all saw it coming towards the phone. That is crazy. You know why? Because them other birds were there and it's gone over here to the garage. I can't see that one from here. There's just water in it right now because I didn't have time to mix everything up. And I don't even know if I know where it is for sure. I'll have to find the mix to make more nectar. But like I said, that we might go back up there to that park when I get feeling a little bit better. And I'll film it, and I'll film riding there and stuff. And it's really nice. It'd be nice to take, maybe after we get some groceries the first of the month. We're out of everything now, y'all. And just essentials even, you know, because we're just, that's the way it is when you live from, you know, month to month on your check. But we'll make it, we always do. And it'd be nice to take maybe a little picnic up there. They've got, you know, like a big, huge gazebo type thing. Or just an enclosed, you know, not enclosed, but a roof over a nice area with picnic tables. But there's usually somebody up there, so. But there's other places, but they're out in the sun and stuff. See. But I'm thinking about that little excursion that's not that far away, and it's free. There's tennis courts up there. I used to go play there all the time when I was able. That's a long time ago, though. I used to play a lot of tennis. Well, all sports that, you know, I could get into, I did. Volleyball, tennis, ping pong, football, basketball, baseball, softball, hockey. Maybe that's why my bones ache so much these days. I got injured quite a bit, especially my knees. When I was working for Coca-Cola, we had a softball team, and of course Pepsi did too. And every year we would play, when we would play Pepsi, we had the biggest crowd you ever seen. So it was very important, you know, to me and all my buddies, not only to beat them, but to, you know, to be there and to everybody to count on you. Well, I was running into home, and I slid into home plate because I threw the ball to the catcher. Well, the side, the corner of the home plate was turned up. I don't know how it got that way, but it was bent up, and they didn't do anything about it. They just, I guess, didn't think anything would happen. When I slid in, it caught underneath my kneecap. Well, it just pulled it all the way back. Well, stubborn me, you know, Joy, everybody really wanted me to go to the emergency room. No, I had them put a bunch of tape on it, taped it all back up. There's blood all over my pants. And Mr. Macho goes out there and finishes the game. Well, then it was all messed up after that. Of course, I ended up having to go, you know, to the doctor or whatever. But looking back on it now, that was really stupid. Every time the weather changes and stuff, I've been in several car wrecks, and the other knee's messed up from hitting the dash and the steering wheel, or, you know, in that area, the column. So both of my knees are messed up, and whenever, one of the doves landed. Whenever the weather changes, especially if it gets colder, sometimes I can walk, but it hurts really, really bad too. Okay. I'm going to give you a few minutes of silence. Something scared them. Good, it left that little bitty one there. Black and white one is so cute. Get you something while nobody's there. Well, it flew off. Okay. Couple minutes to meditate or do whatever you do. Just relax. listen to the sounds of the neighborhood. Everybody's relaxed now. Maybe you are asleep by now. There's a lot of people that said this is so relaxing back here that they have actually dozed off. And, you know, if this has that effect on you, that's great. That is great. When you're like that, you're not thinking about your problems, you know, or stressed out or anything. You're just in a zone. That's what we want. I hope y'all enjoyed this morning. Please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that you get all my videos as soon as they come out. I don't know what I'll get into today. I don't know if I'll even be able to eat much for supper, so we don't really have much planned. We'll just see as the day goes on, y'all. I'll figure something out. Okay, everybody, have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.